What's going on, everybody? It's Wednesday. Welcome back to the channel. Before I even get started, I got to give a big shout out to Kofuzi. He is another YouTuber. He's been putting out some really cool content for the past 4 years. And he is also trying to run a marathon under 3 hours like I am. And his videos recently have been documenting his journey, his process, and just trying to get to the same goal I am. It's some really great content. And he ran the Houston Marathon this past weekend and fell a little short of his goal. So I just sent him some words of encouragement, and not only did he reply, but he subscribed to my channel, which was really cool. So Kofuzi, if you're watching, much love. Thank you for supporting me and subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. If we ever get the chance to meet in person, maybe we can shoot a collaboration video together. That'd be pretty cool. Everyone that's watching my channel, please check out Kofuzi. It's spelled K-O-F-U-Z-I. Just put it in the search bar and his channel will pop up right away. He's been at it for a while and I trust you'll love his content. So subscribe to his channel as well and support him. All right, so it is Wednesday. I was trying to get to Triactive Endurance to get in a group workout with some of the other athletes there, but got a little tied up at work, so I couldn't make it there. So I got to get the workout in here at home. And one of the great things is my coach always gives me an alternate workout to do just in case I can't make it to the gym. The other thing that makes this process easy for me is that we use an app. It's called Training Peaks. And I'll throw a link down in the comments below. What he does is he loads all of my workouts for the week so I can access them ahead of time. What he's got on deck for me, 2 main sets of exercises that go for 3 rounds apiece. The first set, squats, hollow rocks, sit-ups with weights and arms extended, and then 12 deadlifts. And then I got to get on the treadmill and run for 3 minutes. 3 rounds of that. Then the second working set is going to be 12 lunges, right and left side, 12 thrusters, 12 cross-body snatches, back on the treadmill for a 3-minute run, and then 3 rounds of that. So I'm only going to take you through the first round of each set, and then I'll give you some mental cues and things to be thinking about so that if you decide to implement some of these exercises into your routine, not only will you have the visual with the video, you'll have some commentary as well. All right, so let's get into it. We're also shooting tonight with a Canon 70D. Came home and the GoPro wasn't charged, so hopefully this works out well. All right, the first exercise, squats. Now, no ego lifting here. Okay, as you can see, I just threw some 35-pound plates on each side. You can do squats with kettlebells, dumbbells. I'm gonna do them on the rack just because I wanna do them on the rack tonight. So most important thing with squats, you gotta practice good form with squats, okay? And everybody's gonna be a little different. Anything I tell you is what works for me. It may not necessarily work for you. You gotta find right foot position, kind of your stance, all of that. So I'm just gonna show you what works for me and in general what should work for most people. So with squats, I like to try to get my feet about shoulder width apart, and then I point my toes out just slightly. So when I'm coming down, my knees just track out this way. We don't want a collapsing of the knees. We don't want the bowing of the knees. Just kind of track out over the toes, all right? So you want to get off the rack, find your foot position. I like to keep my chin up a little bit, helps keep the back straight, and then down, full range of motion, back up. second exercise, hollow rocks. Now, I will tell you, this exercise is a little tough for me. It takes me typically maybe 3 to 4 sets to get the right form and the movement down. So the idea here is, as you can imagine from the name, hollow rock. You want to create this kind of hollow cavity through this portion of your body, but focusing on keeping the lower portion of your back pressed against the floor. Okay, so top part of the movement, you've got your arms extended this way, feet pointed out, legs up, and then you're gonna get this rocking motion. Like I said, I usually have to work through a couple of sets on that just because it takes me a while to get the form right. And that's the most important thing when you're doing exercises. A couple of things you got to think about: mental cues. Mind-muscle connection, connecting your mind to the muscle group you're working. And then the concept of time under tension, meaning you want to keep the muscle group that you're working loaded, contracted, or under tension for as long as possible, okay? Because you want to stress that muscle, work the muscle, and the longer you can keep it under tension, the better. That ultimately will help you build muscle and strength as well. All right, the next exercise is sit-ups with weights extended above. Again, no ego lifting here. I'm just gonna go with a 15-pound dumbbell. Here again, there's a couple of positions you can start with. Legs extended straight out, make it a little bit harder. I'm gonna start with my legs bent just to get a feel for the form, make sure I'm getting good range of motion, mind-muscle connection. Okay, so up, full contraction, down. Movement, deadlifts. I'm gonna do them with dumbbells. You can certainly do them with the straight bar. Just because of the room we have in here, I'm gonna do them with dumbbells. I'm gonna have them on the outside of each foot. And then here again, important to kind of get positioning down first. It's almost as if you're pulling your pants up. But when I go down, I wanna grab them, come up, and then a little bit of a forward hip thrust. Not much, but just a good lockout position. So the last exercise in this round is a 3-minute run on the treadmill. So I'm gonna get after it. Just finished the last run of that first set. Now we're moving into the second main set. First exercise is going to be lunges, alternating right and left. Important thing with lunges, you got to find the sweet spot on how far you're going to step out so that when you come down, you have your knee almost in a perfect 90-degree angle from here. What you don't want is your knee way out over here. So you got to find that sweet spot, how far you're going to step, and as much as possible try to keep the 90-degree angle here.
All right, next exercise, thrusters. You can do these with kettlebells. I'm just gonna do them with dumbbells. Not starting off heavy, I'm just going with 15s. Probably work my way up a little bit as I move through the second and third set, but start with 15s. So the key here, get them here, feet about shoulder width apart, and we're gonna come down, and the momentum coming up, that's where the thrust happens. So we're gonna do 12 of these. Dumbbell thrusters. Next exercise, cross body snatches. Now, again, you can do these with kettlebells. I'm gonna do them with a dumbbell. Starting off with 15 again. Idea here, weight is in front of my left foot. I'm gonna reach down, keeping this back. I don't wanna be here. I'm coming down almost into a squatted position again. I'm gonna grab the weight, try to bring it as close to my body as possible, across my body, and then up. Try not to hit the fan. I'm gonna scoot forward a little bit. That's why it's called the crossbody snatch. So 12 on each side. Travels from left foot, ends up on the right side, opposite the left foot. All right, 12 on each side. Switch sides. Catch your breath. Same thing. All right, it's a little hot in here. Don't want to turn on the fans because it'll get noisy. So now 3-minute run, then we're going to repeat everything we just did for 2 more rounds. So let's get the run going. Workout's done. Now, if you're asking, why am I not just spending my time running? Or why wouldn't a person just spend their time running if they're training for a marathon? It's really important to get this kind of work in because as runners, triathletes, even swimmers, cyclists, you need to condition the whole body. Now,
since I am training for a marathon, of course I have to get the running in. That's a no-brainer. But this stuff helps strengthen the entire body. So building functional strength, building muscles and the muscle groups that you need to incorporate and use while you're running, making sure your tendons are strong. And the way I can probably best explain it is if you have a house that's built on a really solid foundation compared to one that isn't, when an earthquake comes, the one that's built on that solid foundation maybe has a few minor cracks. The one that isn't probably comes crumbling down to the ground. And my point is, half marathons, full marathons, ultra distance marathons, triathlons, no matter how you slice it, it's trauma to the body, okay? And so the stronger our bodies are, the better. It'll allow us to get through the event, but more importantly, it'll help us recover quicker and help us avoid injury. So I hope you enjoyed this workout. If you want to try to incorporate some of it into your existing routine, leave me some comments below. Let me know how it works. Also, if you have some other exercises you may want to suggest, leave them in the comments below as well, because it'll help all of us get better. Most importantly, before I sign off here, one more time, shout out Kofuzi. Make sure you check out his channel, Kofuzi. Make sure you hit subscribe on this channel and also the notification bell so you'll know every time I upload some new content. And also a quick hello to Tyler Worthington, because I know he's watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. And as always, be well, be kind to yourself and others, and most importantly, believe in yourself, because if you don't, no one else will. I'm tired, gotta get some protein, gonna get something to eat. I'm out.